What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another PNTV. That's Poetry's News and Twisted Views. I'm just gonna give y'all some brief information on these headlines from what I know, or just my opinion about the person themselves, and we're gonna keep pushing forward. I haven't researched deeply into a lot of these situations, so this is like just a brief surface level information that I'm gonna give out today. So the biggest news out there has been the Don Lemon firing from CNN after he had been there with 17 years. I believe Don Lemon is like 57 years old, biracial or black news anchor on CNN. And Tucker Carson, which I didn't care to get any information about who he was as a person, because I can't stand that motherfucker. That's who he is to me. And he got fired from Fox News. Both of them got fired on the same day. Now, when the firezations came out, I was kind of expecting Tucker Carson. Well, I wasn't shocked by Tucker Carson. I was shocked by Don Lemon, but not really. Okay. But Tucker Carson has, well, we all call Fox News fall news anyway. We consider it fake news anyway. They are very one-sided or heavy-sided when it comes to politics, and they tend to lean more towards the GOP. But they have just like a plethora of racist assholes working for them, in my opinion. So yeah, I never fucked with Tucker Carson. I didn't follow his news style. He got on my goddamn nerves. He was offensive. He was misogynist. He was sexist. He was racist. He was all of that stuff. I don't believe, when I checked this morning, that they gave specific reasons for why he got fired. There's a whole lot of speculation going on. Most people are believing it had to do with the Dominion voting scandal that he was a part of in some way. And they have, I think they settled that lawsuit for $725 billion. It was way more than what they were asking for. They settled that suit for. I don't know who that money gets paid to. I didn't bother to look that up either. But people are affiliating those two incidents together. He was one of the top paid news journalists for the Fox News network. I think he made like $6 million a year. Like, what the fuck? I would have stayed in journalism if I'd have knew that I was gonna be able to make that type of money. Shit, what the fuck does he do to make $6 million a year? Come on, man. He sways the media. He sways the public knowledge. That's what he does. He sways public knowledge, and lots of times, in my opinion, with false information. Like, so outside of the Dominion voting lawsuit, you know, I already felt that he had a lot of love for the Russians. When he reports on the news, he reports in favor of Russia over Ukraine. You know, that war is still going on, which is why your gas prices supposedly is still high, even though that war ain't got shit to do directly with our gas, but they blaming it on it. Anywho, so yeah, he kind of sways the public opinion in favor of Russia and their attacks and their war against Ukraine. Just a couple weeks ago, I believe it was, or not long ago, when they had that classified document being leaked by that little dude, he got locked up. When they had that classified information being leaked, apparently some information had got redacted, some information had got altered, changed to make it look like that Russia was favorably winning the war and people were dying more in Ukraine than they really were. It was kind of slanting the whole view of the war. He went on to report the altered, fraudulent information. Now, as a journalist, you're supposed to research. As a journalist, you're supposed to back up your sources and, you know, investigate. He's an investigative journalist, right? You're supposed to back up this shit before you put it on TV reporter, or he's just a face. What is he? Is he just a pretty face to go out there and report it? Somebody else do all the legwork for him? Anyhow, it was things like that, like being very offensive to people that they brought on the show to interview and things like that, that probably landed him in hot water more so than what the network wanted to be responsible for. But again, I haven't seen any official word from Fox stating why he was released. Okay, so on the other end, Don Lemon, we found out from him, he posted up a tweet saying that I just got fired from CNN after 17 years. My agent called and told me it's fucked up that nobody in management could have said it to my face. I'm paraphrasing. Okay, now let me tell y'all. As people celebrated Tucker Carlson, like The View, they nah, goodbye type situation. The View was talking about it. Everybody was celebrating Tucker Carlson's release. The views on Don Lemon's fireization has been kind of half and half. And after 17 years, like I say, they demoted him, took away his primetime TV show, and put him on this morning show with two white women co-hosts. The show ain't never been that popular. It ain't doing that well. But he said some things that considered to be misogynist, offensive, prejudice. I ain't gonna even say racist, but prejudice. Against others. His latest big old throwdown with Republican presidential candidate VJ. That whole shit. Don Lemon was right, in my opinion, in that particular little segment. However, but it been situations like that people believe has led up to his demise. Again, everybody's out here speculating because CNN, so far as I know, I researched it this morning, has not put out any official statement stating why specifically that they have fired him. In CNN and Fox's case, they both released statements saying that both parties they parted ways. They didn't say they got fired, they just said they parted ways, which made it seem like it was an amicable decision. Now, CNN came back and said that Don Lemon was lying. He did have an opportunity to talk to management. However, that opportunity to talk to management was after his agent had already notified him and said he was terminated. So he probably could have found out the reason, you know what I'm saying? Don Lemon was still under contract with them until 2026. Normally, if you break somebody's contract, it has to be because they violated something in the terms of the contract. And those instances that everybody are putting out there, I can't see how that's violating the terms of his contract, because that's what he's done all his career. All his fucking career, okay? So, basically, for between now, his firing date, until the end of his contract in 2026, they owe him $25 million because that's what the contract covered. If he believes that he was fired in violation of his contract, they owe him their money. If they believe that he violated the contract by some specific term, they don't owe him shit. Okay? But Don Lemon has decided he's going to sue for that $25 million. Okay? The crazy thing is, Tucker Carlson has now obtained a lawyer as well to sue Fox. Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson have hired the exact same lawyer. Interesting, ain't it? I mean, just based off of what everybody is saying, the reasons that they supposedly got fired, my air quotes, are similar. Misogynistic, racist, offensive commentary. If that's the true reason. But like I say, I haven't found any specific reasons why both of them got fired. However, but they both hired the exact same lawyer to defend them against their respective networks. Now, I had a little story about Don Lemon. I think I told y'all this before. Y'all know that I'm from St. Louis originally. I was part of the Mike Brown protest. And prior to that protest, I could not stand Don Lemon. Actually, not even, and immediately after too, I still couldn't stand Don Lemon. I thought he was a sellout to his people, just based off of how he presented himself on the network, the things that he would say about black people, the things he would say about women, period. I couldn't stand Don Lemon. Could not fucking stand him. I first met him during the Ferguson protest. I was leading the march, and he came up to interview me about why I was out there, and am I not scared to be out here amongst these people? Because remember when the whole Ferguson thing became a big national news story, it was the protesters are tearing up St. Louis. The protesters are fucking up Ferguson. The protesters doing this. The protesters doing that. We're the savages. We're the it was all this, that, and the third. We wasn't nothing nice, put it that way. So that was the big headline that they were chasing after. You know, us savage ass protesters. So when he came up to me and was like, "Ain't you scared to be out here?" I was like, "Why the fuck would I be scared?" I don't think I said those words, but I said, I know I said, "I'm not scared. These are my people." You know, the police are the ones that we should be, I ain't gonna say scared of, but the police are the ones who are the criminals. That's what I said, I believe. I don't know. I didn't see the actual interview. My uncle called me from California. He was like, "Girl, I just saw you on CNN." That's the only reason why I know I was on TV. And during that situation, that's when Don Lemon realized he was black. I felt about Don Lemon the same way I felt about a lot of the white allies who came and joined the Ferguson protest. They realized that they was nigger lovers. That's pretty much what they was. And the police treated them as such. They thought that they had some sense of entitlement because of their white skin. They thought they had some sense of entitlement because of their power or position in the news media or in the legal system or what have you. And when they got out there on the streets of Ferguson, they realized they was just as black as the rest of the citizens, or they was perceived to be just like the rest of the citizens because y'all out here with us niggers. Okay. So, yeah, it was during that moment when Don Lemon realized he was black, when he was, you know, tear gassed and shit like that, and had to go run for safety in the fucking, I think it was a McDonald's or it was a Domino's. He had to go run for safety in, and the motherfucking Crips and the Bloods and the shit was down there, the one down there protecting his motherfucking ass after he done said so much negative shit about black people on the news. So, anyway, I ain't never really had no for real love for Don Lemon. Now, I do understand that people grow. They mature, and they wake up, for lack of a better term. They get a better understanding. Because like I said, when the Ferguson thing first broke out, I watched the news first time, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, before I went down there the first day, and I had to go see for myself and become a part of it for me to understand what was happening. But, you know, it didn't take me years of bashing black people on the news for me to get that understanding. But over the years, Don Lemon's commentary has begun to be more pro-black awareness, more pro-black self-love, you know, things like that. Well, I mean, throwing biases out the window, he became a voice, so to speak, for the black community in the news media, which in turn turned a lot of people in his favor. Like I say, sometimes it just takes growth. So I wasn't against him. I just wasn't. But when I heard news, I was like, damn, they done fired Don Lemon. After all these years of doing the same thing to black people, that now he does it to other races of people trying to check them. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. So that's why I say it's something bigger. It got to be something more in the works for why they really got fired. Speaking of some more legal or political shits going on, I don't know if y'all heard about this case down in Oklahoma, where the Oklahoma Sheriff's Department is under fire. There was this reporter, let's see if I got his name, Christopher Willingham, had already suspected them to be doing state's business outside of the public or the open meetings that they were supposed to have. It's a violation of whatever the state regulations are as far as like conducting business that has to do with the people, because the people are supposed to be able to be present and active and made aware of what's going on. Okay, so what he decided to do was plant a recording into their office and see if he can catch them conducting business outside of the scope of the public meetings. Okay, supposedly he had already checked with his lawyer and said that he could do this, right? So it was like a voice activated type recorder. He was able to record 3 hours and 37 minutes, y'all, of them talking, not just talking about state's business, which was his original purpose, but talking about killing him, killing his son, killing his wife, lynching black people, hiring a hitman, trying to hide the body. 3 hours and 37 minutes. Sheriff, let me get his name. Sheriff Kevin Clarity. Alicia Mann, I think it is. And Larry Hendricks of the Sheriff's Department, along with the state's commissioner, Mark Jennings. All caught on tape. Talking about hiring hitmans, taking out black people, taking out him and his family. Where the hell hide the body? How we gonna cover it up? They got somebody that could do it real quietly and make it go away and shit like that. And I think Clarity was apologizing that he wasn't able to take him out sooner or handle him sooner. You know what I'm saying? We done let him get out of hand and get out of pocket. Yeah, they talking about all this for 3 hours and 37 minutes on the tape, right? So Jennings has already came back. Clarity has came back and apologized, y'all. You know how them old good old boys do. You know, when everybody out here is spewing all this racist rhetoric and this hate and stuff like this, they come back out and say, "I'm sorry," you know, and it all is supposed to be forgiven. Black people, we ain't supposed to be mad about it no more. Y'all been seeing all these videos of these people calling black people niggas around town and getting their ass whipped, and then you got black people in the doggone commentary, but they said they were sorry. Fuck that. Whoop they motherfucking ass. Okay? Anywho, I might get blocked for saying that. Whatever. Anywho, so since Willingham has now filed a case with, I want to say the Department of Justice, the FBI for sure, to bring up charges against them. School zone. To bring up charges against them, the Sheriff's Department. They were already had a suit against them for the death of a young man last year. I got his name down. Did I get his name down too? A lawsuit filed for Bobby Barrick. He was killed by the police department there after being shot with a stun gun, or the stun gun caused him a heart attack, something like that. I don't remember the exact specifics on that, but they had already opened up an investigation with that. His family has, and that was one of the things that they really wanted to shut Willingham up about, was that case. Okay, so child, it's been a mess. Singer, actor, comedian, Jamie Foxx, TV show host, was hospitalized last week due to medical complications. His daughter came out on April 12th and posted on Twitter that dad suffered a medical complication, and keep him in prayers, so to speak. Okay, when I first heard this, the medical complication, I said, what type of procedure was Jamie Foxx having? And he had a stroke. Because usually sometimes you have a procedure. And you see a lot of this going on with plastic surgeries and shit like that. They have a procedure going on, and there's a complication after the procedure, or you can stroke out after the procedure happens because they did catch something, the air bubble was in there, or something like that. Anything could happen, and you can stroke out. That's what my first thought was, right? Nobody knew exactly what was going on. You see all the celebrities come on TV or come on Twitter and Instagram, and they sending out their prayers and they love to Jamie Foxx. Y'all know, first of all, y'all know Jamie Foxx's real name is what? Eric Marlon Bishop. I didn't know that, child. His name is Eric Marlon Bishop. He goes by the stage name of Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is age 55. Now, I'm about to hit 50 in a few weeks, so and I already had some medical complications. So when I heard this and I was thinking about this, I said, God, he done stroked out, and I already worried about my medical. I thought about me for some reason. Okay, anywho. So, more reports have come out now, I want to say from the actual hospital. So Jamie Foxx has been filming a new movie for Netflix. Him and, is it Cameron Diaz? Gwyneth Paltrow. One of them two white blondes. I ain't trying to be funny, but I just don't remember which one it was. They filming, I think it's Cameron Diaz. They was filming a movie for Netflix. People on the set saying he's been acting irritable all week. And they are assuming that his medical complication is why he's been acting irritable all week. He did not pass out on set the way that they made the news try to make it seem. He was not currently filming at the time. It wasn't rushed to the hospital from a medical facility at that particular time from the set. But they did pause filming the day that it was announced that he was in the hospital. They resumed filming like 4 days later, and they used his stunt double to finish out the film. So the film is still going forward, and it's Jamie Foxx's stunt double is in the last days of shooting or filming on that particular movie. Well, come to find out, it was indeed, from one report I've seen, it was indeed a stroke that happened. And the news reporters in the last day have, not the news reports, the news reports in the last day have stated that it's been touch and go for him. That people thought that he was getting better, that he was recovering, he was at home. He is still in the hospital, child. This is April 26th, 27th. He's been in the hospital since April 12th. They said it's been touch and go for him. At one point, they had to revive him. But like you seen reports saying, oh, he's getting better, he's getting better. He's still in the hospital, and I think it's still a touch and go situation. Now, there's no indication of any of this about what I'm about to say. I think it was drug related. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what my thought was. If he wasn't having an actual procedure, it was drug induced stroke. That's my thought. And the only reason why I'm thinking that is because when Steve Harvey made a statement, Steve Harvey said, he don't do nothing. So I know Jamie, he don't do nothing. So that gave me the thought that Steve Harvey is making a connection to drugs as well, to specify that he don't do nothing. He's fit and healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. So let's I guess we're gonna keep lifting up Jamie Foxx in our prayers and hope he makes a full recovery. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. It can happen. Speaking of somebody else who had a procedure that they didn't recover from, though. Y'all know that Kim Kardashian look like, what is her name? Christina Goraki? Or Gukaki? Christina. She looked, the one who paid all that money for plastic surgery to turn herself into looking like Kim Kardashian. Now, Kim Kardashian has already had plastic surgery to look like Kim Kardashian. Well, this person decided to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into her rebuild. She is over accentuated. Breasts out to her ass, out to her waistline like that. You can tell she's very augmented, okay? But she does look like Kim Kardashian's augmented face in real life. Well, she had another surgery. I don't know how many this was, what number surgery this was. I don't know what exactly she was trying to do this particular time to her body. But after the surgery, she ended up having a cardiac arrest. She had a heart attack. So, like I was saying, you be going through some procedures sometime, and while you trying to recover, you can still have a stroke or have a heart attack. And that's what happened to this young lady. She's 34 years old, child. 34. She's a IG model and does OnlyFans. Man, they over there killing it on OnlyFans as far as like getting paid. But her family put together a GoFundMe for her funeral services. They asking for $40,000. Now, she died on April 20th, I believe was the actual date. This is April 26th or 27th. I don't know which date it is. April 27th. And they put together a GoFundMe, $40,000 for her funeral costs. And I'm sorry, my first thought was, if she on OnlyFans, she got that money. I mean, well, she putting that money back in the plastic surgery, so damn. But as of Wednesday, they've only earned $3,000 of the $40,000 to cover her funeral costs. Of course, the family wants it to be investigated as a homicide. Basically, medical malpractice suit is what they're looking for. They think that from the procedure itself, something went wrong. The doctors did something wrong, and that's what caused her to die. So they want that to be investigated. Now, rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte, actor, singer, activist, just all around nice looking gentleman. Dies at age 96. They're saying, normally at age 96, you're thinking somebody went to sleep peacefully. Congestive heart failure is why he died, according to the news reports. Harry Belafonte was a beast. He was an ego. He got the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, the Tony, you know what I'm saying? He became real popular for calypso music back in the 1950s, y'all. Everybody know that song, the Banana Song. Everybody know that song. Most people know the Limbo song too, you know what I'm saying? That he sung. He became one of my favorite people during his era where he led the charge against apartheid in South Africa. That's when I knew his face from TV and black and white TV shows and stuff like that, black and white movies, things like that, and the Banana Song and another. But it was when he led that charge against apartheid in South Africa. That's when he became one of my favorite people. He was responsible for them recording the We Are the World song for UNICEF. You know what I'm saying? It was his idea to get together all these big stars to make that song. We are the world. Da, da. We are the children. Da, 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 da. I love that. You know what I'm saying? He was on George Bush's ass during his presidency. Called him one of the world's biggest terrorists. I can imagine what he said about Trump and Ron DeSantis' ass. He was the first one who spoke out about Jay-Z and Beyonce not having a more political backbone when it comes to social issues with the platform that they have. He also called out Barack Obama for being weak on black people's issues or issues directly affecting black people during his first presidency. He was, the man spoke out to his dying day. He was still speaking out against injustices and things like that. He was walking with King. He was a goodwill ambassador. Harry Belafonte was the man. I love his daughter Sherry Belafonte too. I have a stuffed animal. It's in the trunk of my car because I really just tried to clean up the car a little bit. It's a stuffed elephant, and I named it Harry Elephante after Harry Belafonte. That's how much I love that man, okay? I didn't have no fucking words when I found out this man had died, but he's 96. I was like, he done lived a good life. He done lived a fulfilling life. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace, Harry Belafonte. All right, do I got anything else that I got going on here? Don Lemon, Harry Belafonte, Jamie Foxx, Christina Gucani. That's her name, Christina Gucani. Okay, that's pretty much all I got. Everything else is like movie news. Okay, so y'all know the Whitney Houston movie came out on Netflix, Wanna Dance with Somebody. You get to hear a lot of Whitney songs, but they really skipped around a whole lot of shit. They really glossed over a whole lot of shit. I was disappointed in the fucking movie, but I saw who they casted as Bobby Brown. Ashton Sanders, he the one. What movie can y'all remember him in? If y'all was watching the Wu-Tang Saga, he's the one that's playing RZA. I don't even know why the fuck he was casted as RZA. I think they must just like casting him as Bobby's. They cast him as Bobby Diggs. Now they gonna cast him as Bobby Brown. Oh, I was insulted and pissed off by that shit when I saw that. And the girl they got playing Whitney, I'm not sure if her voice kind of matches a lot of Whitney songs. But she looks like Brandy or Yvonne Orji. She looks like them two combined, depending on what angle they hit the camera from. That's what she looked like. She doesn't embody Whitney. I don't even think she embodied the movements. They highly focused a lot on her and Robin's relationship to show that she was really gay starting out, and her family made her present herself as straight. They glossed over that she had this one night stand with Jermaine Jackson, and I don't like the movie. Nafessa Williams is Robin. Now Nafessa, I think she is a lesbian actress, or she's an actress who is lesbian. She didn't carry that role for me. She did not carry that role for me. It was something about that. She just was not feeling the role. That badass Tyler Perry wig. She looked like she borrowed it from the dude that was in Fall from Grace. That's where that wig looked like it came from. I could not stand watching it. Our internet cut out last night around 12:30 this morning. So I didn't have no choice to, I didn't have to keep watching the damn movie. I ended. I probably won't go back and finish it. Fast and Furious, the franchise is coming to an end, supposedly. Fast 10 comes out next month. I am looking forward to it because I did like the franchise. It's not a whole, it's a repetitive storyline in each movie, you know, for the most part. We got Jason Momoa. He's casting in this final movie, you know, in the 10th and final movie. He's now becoming part of the franchise. I don't know if they bringing back The Rock, but they bringing back a lot of the old characters. Han coming back again. So, yes, I will be going to see that when it do come out. Equalizer. They finna have an Equalizer 3, y'all. And Denzel will be in it. I'm excited about that. I still like the TV show Equalizer with Queen Latifah. They are currently on season 3. And I'm so mad that I wasn't able to keep up with it. But, you know, that's the way love goes. All right, I'm at work, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. This has been PNTV. I think I've covered everything that I can cover in this segment. Oh, they coming out with that White Man Can't Jump TV show with rapper Jack Harlow and Sinqua. Oh God, I'm so mad they didn't do that. Anywho, child, I will see y'all in another video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.